Hey guys, so I just wanted to take a few minutes and kind of explain to you why it is that I'm a coach. I had an interesting interaction with somebody the other day and it kind of got me thinking. This person and I were having a conversation and they were like, why do you post videos of you working out and what your workout outfit of the day is? Why do you think people care? I was like, you know what? That's a good point. There are probably people who don't care out there, and for those people, that's okay. If you don't care about it, then keep scrolling. But I believe that there are people out there that do care, and the reason why I think that way is because I was one of them. So, probably about this time last year, I actually started following a couple of coaches and watching their journey. And they were women who were just like me. They were moms, they were overweight, and they just had decided that, you know what, enough was enough. And so I was watching them post videos of them working out and their healthy recipes, and I was really inspired by that. And so when I felt like the time was right for me, I decided that, you know what, I wanted to do that too. And the reason why I became a coach and the reason why I do what I do is really twofold. The first part is that I want to help people. And as generic as that sounds, it's legitimate. And I want to help people in the sense that if you're struggling, if you're overweight, if you're unhappy, if you're miserable, I understand where you're coming from. I have struggled with my weight for such a long time. I'm sorry, I really was hoping I was going to get through this without crying, but I struggled with my weight for such a long time and hated the person that I saw in the mirror. And it wasn't just about not liking the body that I was in, but it was about the way that it made me feel. Feeling disappointed, feeling like I wanted to change, but I wasn't motivated enough to do anything about it. I just wanted to be unhappy. And I spent a long time just really hating myself, not wanting to take pictures, not wanting to look at myself in the mirror. And for a long time, I stopped looking because what I saw not only was gross to me, but it was a constant reminder of how I was failing. And that sucks. I mean, that hurts. And that kind of, depression and frustration, it gets to a point where it just gets old. So I want to be able to help people find a way out of that. I found a way out of that. And, I want to be able to pay that forward to people, women especially, but to anybody who is unhappy and who feels like, they don't deserve happiness or, that they can't do it. We only get one shot at this. And to me, what I have learned throughout this journey is that life is simply just too short to be miserable and unhappy and hate the person that you are. So that obviously is a big part of why I am sharing my journey, sharing my struggles. That's why I talk about things like, the fact that maybe I can't work out every day because I've had a hysterectomy in the last few months and my struggles with that. And that really brings me to the second and probably bigger reason of why I do what I do. This is probably my favorite picture of my little boy. His name's Jackson, for those that don't know. And that was his 1-year pictures. And a lot of people, the reason why they do things, why they work a job that they hate or they love or whatever is because of their kids. So that's not necessarily surprising. But why it's my son is a little bit different from other people. As I just said, I had a hysterectomy in October, and I had something called endometriosis and adenomyosis, and that basically means that my uterus is really an inhospitable host for a pregnancy. And what we know now is that that was the cause of why I went into preterm labor with Jackson at 32 weeks. And that was also the cause of my subsequent miscarriage. So we had Jackson, and immediately we knew that we wanted to have more kids, because for those who are parents, there just aren't words to talk about how your life changes and how you change as a person when you have a child. And just everything that brings into your life, the good, the bad, the pain, the joy. And we knew that we wanted to be able to experience all of that again. And then we found out I was pregnant when he was about 4 months old, and we were ecstatic. And then unfortunately, we lost the pregnancy, and we never tried again, but we did consider it. We just weren't ready. We weren't in the place financially where we could be. So my reason for all of this is because I want to be able to provide my family with financial freedom, to be able to pay off debt, to be able to get to a place where financially we can either have a surrogate carry a child for us that's ours, or we can adopt, because, you know, my biggest hope is to be able to give my son a sibling so that he doesn't grow up an only child, and also because we want to be able to have more kids. And unfortunately, with all of the medical issues that I've had, that just wasn't it wasn't in the cards for us to do it the way that we would have liked to. And, you know, that is something that I have really struggled with. I have battled depression in the last few months and have really had a hard time coming to grips with reality. But one of the things that's really helped me is to focus on my business as a coach, because I realize that I do have people that are looking to me for support and motivation. And I have people that are looking and watching what I'm doing and saying, you know, if she can do it, I can do it. You know, I get those messages. And I got to tell you, if you have sent me one of those messages, it is without a doubt the best part of my day, to wake up and know that something that I am doing or a struggle that I am having is something that you can relate to. There are a few things in life that are better than having somebody say, you know what, I know what you're going through. I've been there, or I am on my way there, and I thank you so much for sharing this. That is a humbling feeling. And it's definitely something that just really makes me feel great to know that I can help be supportive to other people. So, sorry for all the tears. I apologize. But, so that is why I've totally lost my train of thought. But that is why I share pictures of me working out, or pictures of what I'm wearing to work out in. If you don't care, that's totally fine, and I get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, and I don't expect for it to be. I'm just simply trying to explain why it is that it's my cup of tea, and why it is that I am so incredibly thankful every day that I not only found coaching, but I found the people that I coach with, because they have quickly become some of the best women that I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and they are incredibly supportive and loving and empowering. And that's something that I've not really experienced in large groups before. And it is a pleasure to say that, you know, in my 30s, that I finally found women who get it, who are supportive, who aren't catty, and just are really there to help others and to help each other. So, yeah, so if you have any questions about what it is that I do, or why I do what I do, if I didn't maybe explain it thoroughly enough, or if you just want to tell me that you really don't care, feel free to leave a comment below, or you can message me, and I would love that. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.